My sister attacked my wife, and my mom is holding our financial documents hostage because of it. Hi Reddit. This post is half to vent, but also half to check myself and make sure I'm not going crazy. My wife and I are recently married, but have been together since December 2019. Ever since then, we have had nothing but problems with my family, particularly my mom and my one sister, as well as occasionally my brother, sister-in-law, and dad. My wife and I have talked multiple times in the past few years about whether we feel like it has gotten to the point of us needing to go no contact, but haven't pulled that trigger quite yet. This past weekend, however, and the aftermath are having us seriously consider it. I guess I just need some advice. The background lead up. My wife and I were asked to help with a home project, painting, for my brother and CL's new house. The only supplies that were brought for said project was one single paint sprayer and one single roll of painting tape, even though we had 9 people at various points who were there to help. More tape was later purchased. My wife, my mom, my sil, and I started taping up the parts that needed covered, and my brother started painting behind us. There wasn't a whole lot to tape, so once we finished that, there wasn't anything to do other than sit around and wait. Eventually, my sister starts painting, and my wife and I decide around 7 p.m. that it would probably be smart to try to order food for everyone. My wife is with one group on one side of the year talking about food orders, and I'm on the other side with my mom and sister. My wife heard them yelling and was concerned, especially due to previous history, that something was happening, so she came over and asked what was going on. Here is a play-by-play of this conversation. Sister asterisk hands me paint sprayer asterisk. Your turn. Me. Oh, okay, I thought I was supposed to go get food. Sister. Too bad. Mom, I did ask you to help paint. Me. Well, I did help tape. Mom. Well, I didn't ask you to help tape. I asked you to help paint, didn't I? Me. I suppose. Wife. What are you guys yelling about? Mom. Oh, we were just giving him shit. Wife. Oh, okay, it just sounded like yelling. Sister. He can talk to his family without you. It's none of your fucking business. Wife. Huh? Sister. You have no right to be a fucking cunt to my mom. It's none of your business. And he can talk to his family without you around. Wife. I was just asking a question about my husband. Is there a problem with that? Sister. You don't get to talk to my mom like that, you bitch. Wife. Again, I was asking a simple question about my husband. Sister takes a couple steps towards wife. Wife walks towards sister. Sister is literally centimeters from Wire's face. Wife places her hand on sister's chest and tells her to back off, and then sister started swinging. Basically, my sister started swinging on my wife, and my wife put her hands up to block her face and accidentally hit my sister in the face. After this, I pulled my sister back, and my wife stepped back. My sister was yelling things like, "She fucking hit me, call the fucking cops," etc. After my sister eventually seemed to calm down, I let her go, and she lunged at my wife again, and this time got a hit in. I pulled her back again, and then my brother and Sil walk up and start yelling at my wife. Sil says that my wife is making them look like trash to their new neighbors, and my brother tells us to get the fuck off his property. My mom started yelling at my wife, telling her she was being a bitch, and that she had no right to come at her, my mom, like that, even though my wife hadn't even moved yet from the spot where she was standing. Fast forward. Over the past few days, we have gotten many text messages and phone calls. The gist of those is basically continuing to blame my wife and telling me that I am a terrible brother, son, and uncle to sister's kids who were also present for this entire scenario. Additionally, we need some old tax forms for some financial paperwork we need to fill out. And while my wife's parents sent those to us as soon as they were able, my parents are holding them hostage and flat out refusing to give them to us. I was told that I would have to drive an hour to their house to retrieve them and have a conversation with my mom, and that my wife was not welcome to this conversation. Additionally, that my wife is no longer welcome in their house. When we called and asked if my mom could please just email them to us, we need them, her exact response was, maybe. Withholding our financial documents feels like it should be a last straw for me, but it's really hard, and I want to make the right choice.